Hi, we are going to be talking all things impulse control today. So, we're going to be doing some downstays, we're going to have some food scatters, we're going to have lots of different exercises that you can use with your dog if they are reactive, or if they barge through doors, or if they just generally struggle with doing what they're told when you've told them. Keep watching to find out more. Sit. So this is Nova. She can be very excitable. She's always spinning and moving around. She struggles to stay still. And this can be part of an impulse control problem. What we also find with Nova is that she will pop back out of position. She will barge through doors. She struggles to think clearly when she's excited. Nova, here, heel, sit. So what we can practice with her is the standing still, sitting still, or in a down stay. And here she's also started to whine, and this is the frustration coming through. Down. The ground is a little wet, and she is a Doberman, so sometimes they can struggle with that. Down. So what I'm going to do is just reward her in the position of the down, but I'm going to put the treat on the ground. The reason for putting the treat on the ground is to reward in position. So that position itself is where she gets the reinforcement. Now, for this dog, we want to just build up duration first in the position, and then we would start to move side to side. Now you can see even me just moving my body a little bit got her interest. So there, I've gone too far. We would ask her again, down. I would want to shift my body weight, come back, and then reward her. Now, obviously, this is going to take time and a lot of repetitions, but start small, work on duration, then distance, and then distraction. Another thing that dogs struggle with if they have poor impulse control, also known as frustration tolerance, is staying in position, down, but also coming through doors calmly and not barging right through. So what we want to be able to do is release our dogs from things like a place bed, but also through a door. Again, you can hear the whining and her frustration rising. Nova, break. So you see, yes, she came off the bed, but she bounced right through. So I'm going to ask her to sit. Nova, sit. I am going to walk through the door first. Then I will tell her, break. And she can come through. And then that teaches them they need to think slowly. Everything gets slowed down for a dog like Nova. If you can present your dog with some food and ask them to leave, great, they've got good impulse control. If they struggle and start to run through the repertoire of all the behaviours that they know and start whining, maybe start barking at you, like you can see Liv is confused as to what she's meant to be doing here. Leave. What we want to be able to do is teach her that patience is a virtue. Yes, and once she leaves it alone, she can get the food. Nothing is going to benefit her if she is pushy in these situations. Leave. So as soon as I open my hand, in theory, she should learn, yes, that she should leave it alone. This is a nice little exercise to practice if you have a dog that struggles with impulse control. Another exercise that's great for a dog like Liv that doesn't really know what to do to offer instead when she's not getting what she wants is we can teach her to be in that high state of arousal, of excitement, but also to be able to stay calm. So what I like to do with a dog like Liv is get her excited. Liv, ready, sit. Yes, and reward her for then calming down. Now, you might feel a little bit crazy. You know, you're making the silly noises, you're running around like an idiot. But they learn that although they're in that high state of arousal, they can still listen. Now, you can see she struggled with this because we see the whining. Can't see on the camera, but her tail is wagging quite erratically. And now she's like, but what do we do? Down. Good. Down. As you see, she's struggling to maintain the position. Now, this is a case of practice. Getting them excited for a short space of time and then having them calm for longer. Now, you hear her vocalization is escalating because she doesn't know how to do nothing, which is fine in these initial stages, but this is showing poor impulse control and poor frustration tolerance, so we will work on this. Another exercise that you can do with your dog when you're working on impulse control is food leaves. So if I ask Doro to stay in a sit just now, I am going to throw some food. Sit! I'm just going to throw it about the plate. Sit! Good. I'm going to reward him here. Because he went to go for the food but didn't, he listened. I'll reward him in position so he knows that's what's worthwhile for him. Okay, I'm going to try that again. Sit. Same position to where the one he went to go for before. I'm going to put some here. Sit. Edges of the raised bed. And on the raised bed itself. And when I am ready for him to do so, I can say yes, and he can eat the food. But at the initial stages, you want to make this really, really easy for them. So it's not going to be right on their paw straight off the back, so that'll be far too difficult. And what we should be able to do as we go forward is have a dog leave that learns, leave, that this is beneficial for him.
Right.
Here we have a short clip of Cora who's demonstrating the more advanced stages of this, where the food is closer and it's high value. They're using cocktail sausage and having to sit and wait for her food.
Yes. Let's go.
Here, sit. So here I am just asking Zorro for a little bit of obedience before he gets the food and trying to stop him if he were to lunge to get the food as soon as I threw it. If you're struggling with any of these impulse control exercise examples, then please do get in touch and I can help you further.